first book of Utopia. Now I'm going to go way back, really way back. I'm jumping over 1,000 years, which is awful of me, really, but it's for reasons of time. I'm going back to one of those really strange books. It's kind of a ruin of a book. It's studied, but not widely known, and yet it's so influential. The book is Cicero's Republic. And this is one of, I actually think it's one of the most remarkable books I've ever written because it's so influential. It's kind of the book that founded the modern constitution, where you get a president, and you get an assembly, and you get a democracy. And Cicero does it very early. He does it in a strange old book, which is almost a valediction, because it's right at the end of Rome. And it's almost a lament for a system that's passing. And yet it's the book, of course, that George Washington exceptionally read, on which they then base the modern state. So it makes it such a weird reading, and so beautiful. All the more so because the book is a ruin. It's in parts. And because of that, I'm not going to do it as a book, so much as a speech. So this is the speech I think Cicero would give you if he came back from the fields of Elysium for one night. There it is. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have come to you, with 3 great words for the wise. I have come then with a paradox, a warning, and a vision. First then, my paradox. Is it not peculiar that all pure states, as identified by the ancients, are betrayed by that which makes them strongest? Take, first of all, that which is first in our thoughts, the monarchy. I suppose you might say president. This is a system like no other. The best of men governs all for the collective good. Is there a system like it? One more likely to inspire love? And yet, of course, it is that love that destroys it. For love breeds flattery, so that the monarch soon can't tell what is truth and what is fiction. Until in the end he goes mad and becomes some kind of colossus bestriding a globe in his thought, or else a little wizened thing, unable to know who is his friends and who is his foes. I know. Happy was Rome to have been born in my consulship. For my shame I wrote these words. But second, take the most sensible of all government systems, an assembly, an aristocracy. People come together, the wisest, and they discuss matters, and through some sort of accord, they decide what to do. What could be more noble than such discussion? Until, of course, arguments start, and arguments become rows, and rows become increasingly bitter. So in the end, the assembly can agree on one thing alone, its expense account. And the entire system becomes mired in corruption. Or take last, democracy. What could be finer? A system governed by freedom, under whose name everyone has their heart beat faster. What could be better than liberty? Except, of course, who do we allow to be free? Just us, our friends. We can have slaves as well, women, children, dogs, anyone? And where does my freedom stop and my right to oppress you begin? No! Here then is my paradox. All pure states are betrayed by that which makes them strongest. And now my warning. My friends. My barbarian friends. If you had seen it, you would have loved it. Built on 7 mighty hills by the eternal Tiber. A wonder of marble. Built, founded by the sons of God. Guided by fate. My Rome. But more than that, we created a marvel. A marvel the ancient Greeks could only guess at. The perfect constitution. We blended monarch with aristocracy, with democracy, in a perfect union where each had to guard guard the right of the others so that they might all be strong, where each knew their freedom, led in all the others being free and strong. It could have lasted a millennia, it would, except, of course, some demagogues leapt up, stirred up the people so that they asked more than they could be given. And when they were not given it, they turned their backs on their constitution. And seeing that, the Senate started to line its own pockets, became mired in corruption. And all the while, the tyranny grew. Not just in the army, but in our hearts. Until at last the Caesars broke upon us in fire and blood. Life was shed, my own. But that does not matter. No, for the Caesars took our freedom. And so here is my warning. For it seems to me that you all stand close to that self-same fork of destiny that one time we stood at. Do not lightly abandon your constitution, for in it lies your freedom. Lest your fate be mine. Finally, I offer you a vision. In all the blood, in all the tumult, in all the joy as well. Remember, you are such a small part of the heavens, that your suffering will be a song of joy in the stars, a song of beauty, a song of eternity. A wise man wrote many years after my life, there are two things that move the human soul most. The first is the morality in his heart. The second is the vision of the stars. Well, it was always my contention. We must strive at each and every moment to make these two visions one. And so I name that unity to you, for its name is the fire